Quantum of Solace, that's a Fleming short story, means a measure of comfort.
There's no point going into a movie like this without making an effort to make it different.
It is a follow-on from Casino Royale, and it has lots of action, but it also deals with the inner turmoil that Bond is facing.
Quantum of Solace is a short story from Ian Fleming. I think it works for the film. I think it works for the story. And I think in a sense it was a good move.
It's very appropriate for this film because based on what happened to James Bond in the last film, he needs a Quantum of Solace.
You're going to get a phone call in a minute. Would you mind telling them I'm headed for Cairo?
It starts in film time about 20 minutes after the last one finished. And it takes us to the conclusion, an emotional conclusion, but also well on the way to finding out who the bad guys are.
James Bond has to find who is the villain, and once he found Dominic Green, he continues not really to understand what the guy is looking for.
I'm playing Agent Fields, and she works for MI6, and she works for the British consulate in Bolivia, and she basically just has to look after Bond, or tries to.
Camille is a South American woman. She is very strong and independent, and she's driven by revenge in this movie.
Why did we choose Mark Forster? Because he happens to be one of the greatest directors around. He's a great filmmaker. And he has brought tremendous elements to this film, performance-wise, story-wise, action-wise. He's a great storyteller.
I was incredibly excited when he got involved. I mean, if you watch his movies, his versatility is quite astounding.
I'm a great admirer of his, and he's funny and gentle and specific, and he doesn't watch the monitor, he watches the acting, he watches the actors.
It's hard for me to judge what kind of stamp I'm going to put on this movie. I think I let the audience decide that. I just have my vision of the film and will pull that through and make the movie I think is the most interesting and most fascinating to watch. James Bond is part of film history, and in that sense it's I think something really exciting and really interesting to be part of that.